Hello, my beautiful collective. Welcome to my channel, Choi Leaves Tarot. Like and follow. Let's see. Today is going to be Are You a Fool for Them? Like reading. So it's going to be a love reading. This is singles or couples or situationship. So we're just going to see, are you being a fool for love, right? Or are you on the right path so far? Remember, this is free will as well. You can always change what you see and take what resonates, leave behind what does not. Universe, what does the collective, and of course it's all signs and timeless. So when you see this, just like it and put it out into the universe that you want love. But then let's see, are you being a fool for love in this situation? Imagine whoever. Are you being a fool for love? Universe, is the collective, all signs, being a fool for love? Or are they on the right path? Ooh, okay. This one definitely. Okay, that's way too many. We're going to get the ones that popped out. All right. I'm just going to take it because, first of all, this one wanted to pop out so hard. Oh my goodness. Speedy news or situation coming. Arrows of love. Okay, well, if you're going to be a fool, it's not saying if you're a fool or not, but it's just saying love is in the air, period. Like, there is love that's in the way. Maybe these are the ones you're not going to be a fool for, and these are the ones that you're going to have to vet. So let's see, because this is amazing. Speedy news or situation coming. Arrows of love. I don't think you're doing like speed dating or anything, but seems like you're going to be outside more. But are you going to be a fool for it? You know? I kid you not. This synergy is so wild. It says, I mean, we got the Fool card. So yeah, you're going to be a fool for love. And we're going to, I guess the universe is going to tell you how not to be. Because it says good friends, happiness, needing to take a giant leap forward. Okay, so maybe you're only going to be a fool if you pick the wrong one, but you have like a leap of faith. Okay. I mean, the universe literally is saying love is in the air and a lot of people are coming, and you might be a fool in the sense of like, this is literally, I mean, honestly, you're going to be a fool for love. And I think the universe doesn't want you to just go head forward, like jump into like something bad, but it seems like you're jumping into something good only if you vet, okay? Because sheesh, you got the Fool. That is crazy. The Star, brightness, hope could bring excesses, so be careful not to become too greedy. All right, it just seems like love is in the air. You're getting so many options, and you're gonna take like a leap of faith with one of them, and hopefully it's the one that isn't gonna make you look like a literal fool, right? And the Star is just saying, look, you have so many options and you're so abundant that like brightness and hope that you're going to pick the right person. Universe kind of sees like you be a fool, but not like a full clown, right? Like you don't need to put on your clown makeup and go out because you picked the wrong person. This is giving brightness, hope, so be careful not to become too greedy. So pick the one that is, you know, going to give you princess energy, but don't be like juggling more than like multiple, right? Because it looks like there's a lot in the air and your rotation is about to be spring. It's sprung, right? So you being the star of the show are getting a lot of options, and you're about to pick the one, pick one or two, like, right? Pick one guy who's like the right type of person. And that's so interesting. Oh yeah, because if you're gonna be the fool for the wrong person, this is what's gonna happen. Sickness, bed illness, needing to take time out, rest and relaxation is needed here. So the universe is like, look, you won't be a fool for love. You'll just be a normal, like, person in love if you genuinely take the time out to think about your decisions. Like, why am I picking person X, Y, or Z? Can this person be monogamous? Because if not, and you're not like constantly vetting, not like being paranoid, but checking every once in a while, not telling them what type of person you want, letting them show by actions, they might make you sick from stress, maybe even physically, because of like, you know, there's so many diseases. Look up the amount of partner diseases in all 50 states in America, at least. It's on the rise, and you can't afford to be a complete fool. You got to be optimistic, because romance and love is a real deal, but a giant leap forward might even just be self-love, to be honest. I'd rather you be a fool for yourself. Yeah, look at this. Woman over 25 years, blue eyes, fair or brown hair, soft, gentle, motherly. Okay, so you're gonna be kind to yourself. You're gonna be motherly to yourself, and like literally take care of yourself. And do not be this type of person, soft, gentle, and motherly, to the wrong one. Again, love is in the air, and I literally asked the universe, are you going to be a fool for love? And it looks like yes, but I need some more tea on this, because why are they being so literal? This is so funny. Universe has such an interesting way, because wow. Okay, let's get some more signs of who are coming in and whatever. Okay, so you're going to get a letter or news coming, victory news. All right, this universe is like, look, April Fools, you're not going to be a fool. You're going to be an educated decision maker. But I just wanted you to know that there's an option of you being a fool if you pick the wrong person, and it puts you in like, you know, bad mental state or whatever. But it says letter or news coming, victory news. So watch out for like a text, email, a letter. Something is gonna put you on like the right path to pick the right person, and not make you like a fool in the sense of like it's bad for you, the love story, right? 4 of Cups, money fluctuations, being offered something you may not want. Interesting. You don't want any brokies. It's not the dusty era where you're like, let's build together, blah, blah, blah. That's being a fool, and you moving in with them or them moving in with you is not it. That is not it. Universe wants you to know you have the possibility of becoming the fool. And it's like, okay, it's good friends. Maybe it's a friends to lovers arc, but happiness is good. Needing to take a giant leap forward might be away from like the arrows. You might need to like move away from the arrows and let the one that goes the farthest, the closest to you, the one that you want, because you're being offered things that are like people who are not offering like the princess treatment. They're giving dusty treatment. They have something to say about everything. They're manipulative or whatever. That's bad. And this is what you're literally, look, man over 25 years, dark eyes and dark hair, business, arrogance, powerful. Okay, so it's like if you are going to be with someone, at least make sure they're powerful in their own, you know, career in a good way. Not like, oh, they're doing what the celebrities out there are doing, you know what I mean? They're just in some mess all the time, and in like 20 years it comes back to them. You don't want that type of power. You don't want someone who's using their power over you. Universe wants to warn you about being foolish in that sense, because they want, maybe this is like the person over 25 years has dark eyes and dark hair. Look out for someone like that out of all the people coming. But it says business, arrogance, and powerful. They're a businessman and they're confident, okay? You're not worried about arrogance per se, because you're confident. And so what's arrogant to like someone else is not going to be like arrogant to you. You know what I mean? Let's see. Universe, what else should this person know? Should the collective know? Are they a fool for love? Let's see. Are they being a fool for love? It's giving yes in the first place. So like if you know you're being a fool, leave, okay? Envy. I am the same as everybody with different challenges. Period. If you feel any envy towards you, or you are feeling envious towards your own circle, you need to, that's so toxic. You need to get out of it. Go back to the drawing board, you know, like start thinking about why you're so jealous or envious. And want exactly what other people want. That's also foolish behavior, okay? And if someone's doing that to you, you need to let them go, because that's like that's really bad for the psyche. And it seems like your man might be too. So if this is one of the like love people who want to be a fool or whatever, and they're offering the wrong things and blah blah blah, do not settle for a guy who envies you, okay? And you can tell by little things they say. And then it says, use your judgment, basically. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Again, very personal to you. You should know other people are in different challenges, and you have no judgment whether you pick them or not. You're gonna be like, look, no offense, you're not, like, let's say the person isn't college educated and you just prefer that. And you know that there's a higher chance that they're working towards something legit and blah, blah, blah. Use your judgment, okay? It's okay to judge in terms of self-preservation, so you're not like boo-boo the fool, right? And then worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome, period. Yes, you should not be worried. You should either, if you're worried, you need to either, reassess and leave, because you have no control over how bad or good that person is. Or, they're basically, let me see. They're basically telling you, universe is telling you, you need to leave that person that makes you worry, period. There's no changing them, okay? Additionally, 7 of Swords. Like, you're going to have to fight these guys off of you. Not in, like, the literal sense. But, like, do you see how she's right here? And she's trying to be in her feminine energy, but there's, like, 3 dudes around her. And they're just, like, useless in the sense of, why am I doing so much of, like, what is traditionally, like, you're supposed to be on the same team. We're not supposed to be, like, on opposite sides. Why are we arguing? Why do I have so many, why am I doing so much, like, divine or masculine energy work, right? So it's giving, you're a fool if you stay in something that makes you do the more of the emotional labor or the whatever. Like, you know what I mean? You're just happy-go-lucky that you have a man is not going to be enough, and you need to let them go, because there's somebody else that's going to be coming. Actually, let me get a few more of that. That also, I want to see, universe, how can they change from being a fool? Like, what do they need to know? Okay, this one. Is that one? Okay, let's get another one. Universe. Oop. Do you hear that? Confirmation. There's a thunderstorm out there. And that's showing, like, new growth and just, like, a shakeup, okay? 9 of Coins. Look at that. You have, like, a Jiminy Cricket, like a frog, telling you, like, don't be a fool for love. Be a fool for self-love, because the money's coming into your life that way, versus the type of guy that you are getting kind of like proposals from right now are not it. If you end up with one of them, it's because you're like goo goo gaga, like over kind of like, oh, finally, it's been a drought. I haven't had men in my life. And you're just like, universe is telling you, like, please don't settle. You might think that's like, wow, such a great guy, got his money, wants to take his time out on me. But he's like literally having like silent envious battles with you and making you worry about stuff, and also like kind of jealous. Like, jealousy is not the one you want. You're being offered something you don't want on paper. Like, why are you settling in real life if that's not what you even want in your, like, imagination? You know what I mean? Like, who wants a guy who's stingy and frugal and jealous of you? So in real life, you would be like, no, of course I don't want something like that. This is, like, not even opening. That is so interesting. I'm going to read the first one anyway, because it wants you to go in that order. Page of Swords. So, like, do you see like the little like clovers in the back, or like, what are they, little grass? This guy is standing defiant. Page of Swords is just like, you're about to get mental clarity on a situation to not be a fool. Remember, these are the things that universe wants you to know so you don't become a fool. It's to like self-regulate, and also, I mean, you see the arrow, I mean the sword. Okay, so there you go. That's so funny. This is what it was stuck next to. The King of Swords. So you really need to get into your like inner inner intellect of like, look, you see the two people on your shoulder giving you good advice and like, like kind of like the pros and cons. It's giving, you have to do the pros and cons, and you have like your own Jiminy Cricket. You already had a Jiminy Cricket. It's kind of like a frog. You see that? Like there's so many people in your ear. It's your conscience. It's like what you really want. And it's telling you, so you're not a fool in who you pick, that you listen to your own internal yin and yang and get the one that is giving you the objective, like, look, you really don't want someone who's this cheap. You want the guy who has a lot to offer because you can offer yourself this, right? So the universe is saying basically be a fool for yourself, like self-preservation, do the work, because love is in the air. And look at that. Look at that. Now, when you have options and you've done the self-work, there you go, confirmation. It jingled. 5 of staves. You see, she's right here, and now she's the boss of like everyone. Now all her love options are like, respect her, are on her side. She's the wise counsel. Everyone's looking at her in respect. They're protecting her, right? And that's only because you protected yourself mentally, physically, financially. And that means you're not doing TMI, XYZ. You're not telling people what you want in a man. You're just literally, you're like, I'll know when I see them. And these men, it's like, may the best man win, right? And let's see another universe. What else do they need to know so they're not fools, since that can be an option? These two popped out. Let us see. Oh, the world. Look at that. Overseas trip, money, luck, world in the palm of your hands, new opportunities, period. Take advantage of every single opportunity that puts you first, not just you and your man. Like, you don't even have a man right now, and if you do, it's like you cannot let them be envious about all the opportunities that are about to come. You're only going to be a fool in love with all your options if you settle for the cheapest one, the one who's most envious of you. So it seems like literally either you're going to take a little trip overseas or you're going to get a raise. It says luck, world in the palm of your hand, new opportunities. So if you do pair up with someone, you could be a fool for yourself and center yourself, okay? Decenter the men, and you'll find someone who genuinely wants to pour into you as a woman, right? And if you're a guy listening to this, you are taking care, like you're about to get a glow up and money, and so like maybe your coworkers are a little jealous. It doesn't matter. Keep your head in the clouds and pick that woman that you know that you're working hard toward, that you can spoil. Like, that's really what it means. And then Queen of Swords, woman over 25 years, brown eyes and brown hair, cold, hard, demanding authority. Exactly. You see, again, symbolic of the swords. You keep getting the swords in this reading. It's because the universe is like, if you just use 1 or 2% of your like brain cells, you'll see which one sticks out as the one you should not be a fool for, right? Like, you should be a fool for yourself, head over heels in love with yourself, and let other guys prove to you why they want to add into your life. And that's because you're using your self-preservation, intellect, your perspicacity, and that's like looking into the future, kind of like seeing what could possibly happen. So you're not necessarily a fool for love, okay? And let's see what else. Universe, are they gonna be a fool for love in the good way? Let's see. Ooh, that didn't even fall out. Almost did. There we go. Let's get some more. Discipline. Exactly. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Yep. Balance. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. This is like the 3rd time you got judgment, because literally, let's go get the judgment card again. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Each one of the guys who are trying to court you soon and like go out on a date with you are literally, they all have their own lives, and it's up to you to find the balance of like which one with which one you're going to match the best. Because if you don't, you're a fool and you're in denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Be aware. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of your people. And know that the only fool you need to be is the one for yourself, and the right guys will pop up. So yes, you're a fool for love, self-love, and all these other guys are coming into your life. I love that. And eventually, let me get you some oracle cards. Okay, universe. Ooh, there you go. These, oh, should I take them all? Why not? Maybe it's gonna resonate. Okay, so sloth, you're gonna be very zen while you're like, you have to put yourself first. There's new opportunities coming, worldly opportunities. Remember, you got world. You're getting luck, money. So while you're like dating or, you know, finding, you know, may the best man win, you're becoming sly as a fox. And the fox doesn't tell the sheep where everything is. You're like literally cunning and smart. And just look into how a fox is. They're not going to be played, okay? So, you know, don't fall for the okie doke. And clouds, you see that going to the moon. Clouds are gorgeous, and even if they're like, you can't tell if they're going to be a rain cloud, a snow cloud, is it just going to be like an aesthetic cloud, is it a cloud seeding if it's toxic, right? Like, you do your research and figure out what type of cloud this person is going to bring, because if you don't want any cloud and you just want sunny days, don't be a fool, right? And remember, it was already like raining outside and there was thunder. Caverns, okay, beautiful. This is a sign. You see little bats? This might be like a night person, someone who matches with you. Do not be a fool in terms of like their energy vampires or anything. But also know that vampires stand the test of time. So just find the balance, and you could find like your, you know, like Morticia and the Addams Family, right? Like if you find that perfect little balance for yourself, it doesn't matter what anybody else says, right? Because you put yourself first, you'll find the person who's right for you. Galaxy, yep, the world is your oyster. Win and LOL. So you're going to be laughing and winning if you pick the right person and you're not a fool, okay? And also, when I think of the galaxy, I'm thinking of in the next couple of days, on April 8th, there's going to be the total solar eclipse. So if you're in the US, look at what time it's going to happen in your state and put out a manifestation of, you know, being very self-preservation and like kind of like a fool for love for yourself. And if you put a self-love, self-care, do a little spa day, like, you know, watch your little TV, put a candle, well, if they're not toxic, of course, have some tea. I'm gonna pull your tea card next. But if you take care of yourself that day, that's how other people will take care of you. Like, they will take care of your mind, body, and soul, because that day you spent to it being a self-care day, like good words to yourself, okay? Additionally, Grandma Mauve. Okay, how beautiful. So you see her apron, the color is just gonna be like, you see the sloth? It's so cute. Like, a grandma means that you even made it that old, right? So it's like a blessing to even be that happy, that zen. And a lot of grandmas outlive a lot, and they're wiser in self-preservation. So they want you to challenge yourself to not be a fool, but to put your for self first. It's like self-preservation. And you see all the love, give yourself self-care, that like grandmotherly love, and wear the beautiful mauve colors, because that's gonna show regalness to other people, but it's gonna show like greatness and self-love to you, so that people come correct with you. Because look at that was the other mauve. Discipline, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Okay, let's get a message. Universe, what do they need to know to not be a fool for love? Prenup. Wow. So I guess if you're not getting married right now, or if you are, or whatever, just know the universe wants you to know to not be a complete fool. Even if you don't get like a prenup or anything, they want you to at least know the common law and the state law and like how to divide assets. You know, there was a you don't even need, like, let's say if a prenup gets thrown out, just look up like similar cases. Even if you're like 5 years away from getting married, right? You might even just be in the dating phase. Pay attention to who brings it up in the conversation first, why they bring it up. Is the guy cringing or are you cringing? Like, you need to get a sense of what you want to do, right? If you've done research for both sides of the situation, then whenever it does come up in conversation, you can just be like, oh, okay, and just like not bring it up, you know what I mean? But you already know what your mind has been made, whether you want it or not, or if there's a better way to go about it or something. It's literally, the universe is just like, protect yourself, even if the person doesn't need to, like, you know, they're not showing you that they're like a bad person or anything. You know what I mean? It's just know how the person acts. So some people act very weird and suspicious once that's brought up. And so in that case, you should know like that's a red flag. Do not date that person or something. Depending on if they're on the same, you know, thoughts as you. And let's get another one. Universe, what else? Are you a fool for love? Is the universe a fool? I mean, universe is the collective a fool for love. Yeah. Work towards your independence or you'll be a fool in love. So again, with the fact that like the universe is like, yo, I'm trying to throw you money. Wow. And like before you get married, look at this. You got blood test panels or doctor's visits and tests are great. If you can go often, buy insurance or Medicaid, etc. Safety first. So it seems like they just, universe says, if you're going to be a fool, at least put some, you know, do your homework. Do your homework. You're about to be a fool for love, but do some homework, girl. And then it says work towards your independence. Again, do not get into any situation where you're not like you don't have your own like stash of money that you don't tell anybody about. So just in case, it's like the rainy day fund. There's every incentive to cheat. Prioritize yourself or non-cheaters. Yeah, do not be a fool. Whoever you're with is giving like whoopsie daisy, but I love him. Do not be a fool for that. If you're not in said situation, then this is like your sign from the universe to avoid the batch of people who are currently in your life and do a double check. Like if you do all these things, you've had your conversations, XYZ, they do the blood work, they do the test, I don't know, whatever it is before you get married or before you make it official. If there's any like whatever, then no judgment. You're just not meant to be, right? Like if you don't want to test and XYZ, you tell them no judgment, I just can't be with you, right? So do not be the fool for love, be a fool for yourself, okay? And let's get your princess tea of the day. Okay, you got glazed lemon loaf, flavor with other natural flavor, revel in a dessert worthy tea with tangy notes of lemon and velvety creamy vanilla and caffeine free, BS free. Okay, so if you want some sweetness, give it to yourself. Have like a gorgeous loaf. If you can't find like exactly like this tea or something, it says creamy vanilla and lemon. Okay, so like add a couple drops of like vanilla or vanilla extract and some sugar, some cream, and some like a couple drops of lemon juice or something, and make your own glazed lemon loaf or have one next to your tea that happens to be caffeine free. Okay, it says green rooibos. Okay, so it's a green rooibos type of thing, and it has orange peel, chamomile, rose petals, licorice root, and ginger. Okay, so basically apple, natural flavors. You want organic, so obviously ignore that part, but definitely green, rooibos, orange peel, etc. All right, so until next time, bye.